fietsen en die quads en ook die motors voor in die kampioenskap Henk Wester en Griesel. En wat gaan hulle taktiek wees?
Ag, ons gaan maar vir die begin maar bietjie stadig vat, is 2 rondes. En dan kyk ons maar eers hoe loop die roete en daarvan af sal ons nou bietjie vinniger gaan met die tweede ronde.
Waar gaan die kompetisie vandaan kom?
Wel, so ver op die stadium tussen die eerste 3 bakkies. Tussen hierdie E6, T45 en ons E14. Dis waar die grootste kompetisie op die stadium lê. Ons punte is baie naby aan mekaar.
Weer eens die wegspring in die kampioenskapsvolgorde. Wester en Griesel, die aanboordkamera daar. En dit is soos dit lyk uit die stuurkajuit uit. 'n Klomp mense nou alreeds daar saamgedrom. En Frank, dit lyk maklik hier in die begin, moet ek sê, maar ek is seker die toestande gaan 'n bietjie verander soos dit ons verder gaan.
Die toestand op hierdie baan is eintlik heel lekker geweest. Goed gemerkte baan, baie sanderige area. Maar alhoewel ons gelyk het of daar baie reën is, nie soveel reën op die baan op hierdie vliedag nie.
So, baie belangstelling in die kompetisie daar in die voorwind.
Wel, ek het gehoor dit gaan baie vinnig wees. Ons het nou nie so baie spoed op ons bakkie nie. So ons hoop nou maar daar's draaie op wat ingesluit is by die rally. En ons gaan maar net met jag vandag is al. Ons is 2 punte agter, ons het 'n bietjie slegte geluk gehad met die Barberspan. Ek hoop vandag is ons lak bietjie beter en ek glo dit sal goed gaan met ons. En ons moet maar net wen vandag. Ons moet wen vandag. Daar's nie 2 dinge daaroor.
Well, I think that's probably the objective for just about everybody. This is the Land Cruiser of Pikkie Labuschagne and Rikus Erasmus. Probably also one of the favourites to take this victory here today. And once again, we go on board. This is great stuff. I just love this, Frank, just to see exactly what the crew on board can see.
Ons kan hierso sien dat die terrein nie te rof is nie as ons nou in ag neem die suspensie wat die Land Cruiser hardloop. Ons kamera spring nie te veel rond nie en ja, pyk visuele beeld hierso.
As 'n deelnemer, en wat gaan deur jou gedagtes as jy 'n klomp toeskouers op een punt sien? Jy weet die kom moeilikheid, dink ek.
Hier is aksie, moenie 'n fout maak nie.
Jan van Aert en Jaco van Aert in their Janko.
Ja, dis pa en seun wat daar saamry.
Dis Moorman en Fincham, nommer E6. Aha. Dit lyk my hier's aksie in die voorpunt as Pikkie en Rikus al nader en nader kom aan Wester en Griesel. En Henk gee vir hom pad, hy sê vir hom.
Ja, hy mag vir hom pad. Dit is op hierdie vlak van sport is daar 'n bietjie gentleman agreement daar.
Verkeerd gegaan en hy verloor daai plek onmiddellik weer.
Dit is wanneer daai adrenaline nou 'n bietjie te vinnig werk en die navigator miskien nou nie heeltemal op sy notas is nie.
Jy het nie die draaisirkel wat jy graag wil hê daar nie, so hy moes 'n groot U-draai gaan gooi voordat hy weer kon verder aangaan. Jan en Jaco van Aert, daar deur die modder.
Ja, hulle lê natuurlik, hulle is baie ernstige kompeteerders in daai klas B kategorie.
This is a little class E Toyota Hilux, Limmer and Lange. And we go back to the special vehicles. S16, Graham Thornton in a Nashua Mobile Sandmaster. What is the difference, Frank, between Class S and Class B?
As ons hierdie 2 karre nou kyk van Jan van Aert en Thornton, is daar eintlik nie veel verskil nie, maar in die klas B kan hulle wishbone suspensie voorhardloop, waar in klas S moet dit 'n trailing kombi tipe suspensie of Beetle suspensie wees.
And you can see that suspension working very hard there as we go to Hendrik van der Linden and Flip Wessels in their Land Cruiser, number T27. And now you can really see the speed aerial pictures courtesy of Garth Hobson in his microlight and cameraman Dylan Stradon. Andre Vermeulen and Wenzel Pretorius in the AC Special. You can see they built it themselves, I think.
This is one of the efforts to make the cars lighter and more durable on these technical terrains.
Father and son, Harold and Tian Kun in their Land Rover, followed by Jay Mitchell and Jay Joubert in their Sandmaster.
Now that's still a Class C car where they're limited to the engine capacity and the amount of shocks. This is in fact the old Neil Woolridge Ford, which they campaigned a couple of years ago very successfully on the National Series.
Alfred and Tommy van Vuren behind the wheel there, or in the cockpit rather. And here's another one of the special vehicles, Guido de Mare and Thierry Hack, their Raceco, followed by Flip Velman and Paul Marais in their RTV, and I'm sure RTV stands for Rough Terrain Vehicle or something similar to that.
Also a very nice concept car with the engine actually mounted in front, not that common on the space frame cars.
Frank Engelbrecht and Willem van der Linde in their Raceco, number A33. Everybody very carefully negotiating that obstacle on the road. And here's another interesting car. Johan de Klerk and Al Pretorius in there. It looks like a backyard special, to be honest, but it's certainly working. And now the chance of the senior bikes and quads to take to the start. This is a really healthy field. You see a huge number of competitors there, everybody in good spirits. This should be very interesting and nice and competitive, Frank.
Yeah, the bikes are growing in numbers on the Northwest Series, and we can see this out of this entry here.
And the spectators have increased as well. Johan Wiese on his Yamaha leading the field there. Next to him was Brian Bader. And one of the reasons for their healthy field is that the national that would have taken place this weekend has been cancelled. So therefore, a lot of the guys opted to come out here and take part in this event. It looks like a bit of a jump start there. It's Christy van der Mechten. His bike almost jump starts him off onto the dirt there. But a nice piece of bike control. 362, that's Brian Bader on his KTM. Johan Wiese, there he is, so he's been passed on his Yamaha. And this was Anthony Nel, followed by Johan Leroux on his Yamaha. Now these are the serious competitors. These guys go as hard as they possibly can.
Yeah, we can also see still as cautious as what we saw earlier with the juniors, but the terrain changing now dramatically, being worked out by the cars already.
Yeah, the trouble is that they've got to follow in the tracks of, oh, there's somebody with a rear wheel problem. That's Michael de Beer on his KTM, and that looks like a pretty serious puncture. And you can't just, like on a bicycle, take the wheel off and put another one on. I mean, that's it. It's finished for him.
No, he's done for the day. There we've got 242 Dylan Hinks, one of the junior riders, ex-junior riders, that is now competing on the national, regional and national series.
Christopher Gomez coming through. And we see... Well, these guys are all taking it easy, but as we said earlier on, it's a pretty dangerous obstacle, this, so they have to be stopped and set off again. But otherwise, yeah.
The marshal having a hectic job there with the riders now being followed close one upon each other.
Jurgen Potgieter just gone through there. He's followed by Freddie Kennedy.
Again, Jurgen Potgieter having raced the junior race a little bit earlier, now onto a 125.
So some of them do both.
On the juniors, there's an overlap on the on this particular regional series.
The senior quads now doing their final preparations, and so good to see a well-known face from the past.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been back from 2004. I started with Bombardier in 2005, won the senior championship for them, and this year decided to take it a bit slow and just do the regional events, which I am now leading the senior class and second overall.
Who's going to be chasing you in this event?
Yeah, there's a couple of young guys behind me that it's really very fast, and I'm sure there's at least 5 or 6 guys that will be chasing me. Yeah.
All set for the start there. 101 is Jacques Brett. He's on a Honda. And he's the younger brother of the man who will start next. Peter Brett on his Bombardier. And these two are really locked into a championship battle.
Ja, hulle hardloop al twee vir eerste en tweede in daai kategorie.
Karel Groenewald volgende op sy Yamaha nummer 326. Het is ongelooflijk hoe populair quads die afgelopen klompe jare geword het.
Dit is net soveel amper makliker om te ry. Ek moet eerlik wees, self nou op 'n quad en ja, dit is groot sport.
Jacques Brett klaar deur. Daar's Pieter Brett. En hier is die voormalige nasionale kampioen Christo van der Merwe op sy Bombardier. Werklik goed om hom weer terug te sien, en dit is goed vir die sportsoort ook dat die manne inbly, né?
Man, die weer jou jonger ouens, as ons nou kyk na die juniors en so, hulle kyk op na hierdie mense en hulle wonder altyd, jy weet, waar's daai ou nou heen? En ja, dit is 'n moed dat hulle moet terugkom.
Sampe Ungrer op sy Honda deurgekom daarso. Gevolg deur Jackie Viljoen. En 134 is Damien Lee, hy is ook op 'n Honda. Daar's 'n sterk betrokkenheid van borge, veral op die nasionale vlak, maar ook hier op streeksvlak, Frank.
Ja, hier sien ons veral ATV Powersport en Speedquad wat sterk vorentoe kom. Ons het nog 1 of 2 ander spanne, Frog Racing en so weer. So dit is belangrik dat die ouens, die ouens se gemoedens is goed as hulle vir 'n span kan ry.
Duim in die lug daar, die mense geniet dit op die oomblik daar buite in die veld. It is competitive, but they're also doing it for fun. 327, that's Frank Groenewald on his Suzuki, and here's one of the ATV Powersport guys.
Ja, Kobus is een van die mede-eienaars op ATV Powersport.